Today is Friday, April 28th, 2023. We are on the Flume slide trail right now, and this is the first major water crossing, of which there are several. And the trail comes down here, and you're supposed to cross presumably like right along here, but it was not really, I don't know, it didn't seem safe there. We actually came down about 30 feet and crossed over in here, which was okay, but the rocks don't see a lot of traffic, so they're a little slippery, but it was doable. Yeah, I have on Gore-Tex boots so I can put my foot right in if I want to, but I didn't. Okay, so yep, we're heading up Flume slide trail today to Flume over to Liberty. Plenty of cars at the Basin parking lot this morning. I don't know how many people are out ahead of us on here. I think at least one. Looked like a pretty fresh set of prints in the mud. So my big concern on this is the water crossings and not so much on the slabs. We'll see how that goes though. It's an adventure. We are about 3 1/3 miles in right now, coming up the slab portion of the Flume slide trail. I think there were 5 what I would consider like major water crossings, and all of them were rock hoppable. The first one, and I think it was the 4th one, we had to cross like, I don't know, between 15 and 30 feet downriver or upriver. We just had to look for a spot that was a little bit better for crossing. And I definitely put my foot in like an inch or two. It wasn't like submerged up to my laces or anything, but if I had on like trail runners, my feet would have gotten wet. And what else? I think there's one person ahead of us. We are not wearing any traction right now. This is looking out to South Kinsman right there, I think. I'm a little obstructed here. And we had on rock spikes from about 2,750 feet until we started the really steep part, which I think is around 3,000 feet. And then there was just nothing left. A couple patches of monorail that was easily avoided. So here we are. Yeah, so there's a little bit of ice right here, but we're gonna go up here and avoid it. So that's where we are right now.
So here's Laura. She's climbing up alongside of the Flume slide trail. The center of the trail is rocky and wet, so it's very treacherous. But there are a lot of paths up. You go up along the sides. There are dry spots. You could go up the center of the trail where it's dry, or if you're young and fearless, you probably don't have any problem just going right up here. Hey, who are you talking about? This is where we're heading. This is the wet spot I was telling them about, and it goes up there.
We are 3 hours in, and we just finished coming up the Flume slide trail. Right before you junction with the Osseo trail, you can take a right and just come right up this little area. Get a view out, and the summit of Flume is right there. So we're super close. Liberty, the Kinsmans, Moose Lock. You can really see the snow on it there. And then over here, we've got Loon ski area and the side of Scar Ridge. And then, let's see if I can see Franconia. Just the edge of Little Haystack right there. All right, things are melting off the trees. Looks like most of the stuff has come off up here. That one tree right there, you might be able to see this whole side is ice. So the trail conditions are like chunky, I don't know, marble-sized ice kind of frozen into a conglomerate on top of what was left. So it's a little slippy slidey. We put on our spikes for the last part of the slide and kept them on. So we'll see what it's like. It looks like it's all bare rock once you're up on the exposed part of Flume, but I'm sure between the peaks you're gonna need something. Let's go check out the summit.
Let's go get it.
Summit of Flume. This is looking out at the Bonds, and the presidentials behind it are the snow-capped peaks. And the Twins, Garfield, Franconia Ridge, Liberty, the Kinsmans, and Moosalak. And then southern stuff over is kind of obstructed, the Sandwich Range and all that stuff, Osceolas. All right, we're gonna head over to Liberty and have lunch. We are over on the summit of Liberty now. There were 2 people on Flume and a dog, so I didn't want to talk really loud last time. And there were 2 ladies here heading over to Flume right now, so we have the summit to ourselves. Franconia Ridge right ahead of me. Garfield. Wow, Galehead looks so tiny. I don't know if it shows up on here. It's right there underneath North Twin and South Twin. Franconia, or the Bonds and Gio over here. This is Bond. I can barely see on here. And then Bond Cliff comes across. West Bond is coming straight out. Owl's Head is this big mass down here. Presidentials. And then over here we have the Hancocks kind of in the foreground and Kerrigan behind it. Oh no! I forgot I was sitting on that. Oh. Don't want to lose my Z seat. That'll be my second one. Okay. And then, yeah, the Tri-Pyramids, Whiteface Pass Conway, Chikorwa, the Osceolas and Scar Ridge, Tecumseh, and behind that, Sandwich Mountain. Yeah, it's pretty clear. Way out there. I think that's Cardigan. I have to check over there. I'm not positive, but that is Moose. And that is the Kinsmans, the Cannonballs. Now we get a nice shot of Cannon. Wow, I have to look at what that is. There is an odd-shaped mountain I don't recognize at all. Right out there. Maybe it's a, I don't know, looks like a big lump. Maybe it's a sugar loaf of some sort. Or Percy Peak. I don't think so, though. It looks big. I'll have to check it out. I will check on Peak Finder. Anyway, this is lovely. Lovely, lovely. Low wind. Warm. John's in a t-shirt still. There's a little bit of wind. I put on a layer. Oh, yeah, I said Flume, right? There's Flume. Excellent. This is the water crossing on Liberty Springs. So John's gonna go across these logs. I'm not a fan of using logs, so I'm gonna go across over here. I've got on boots that I can submerge a little bit, so I should be fine. But Definitely rock hoppable.
It's gonna come across. She decided not to walk across the bridge of downed trees. She's instead going across the rocks. Not a problem. Like a pro.